Well, joining us tonight is Mohamed El-Erian, CEO of Allianz and one of the finest minds on money in the world. Good to have you with us.
Thank you, Lou.
I'm delighted to have you with us so that we can get some perspective from your agile mind on a number of issues. One is Kevin Hassett. Are you surprised that he would say zero growth if this were to go 3 months?
No, like you say, he qualified it quite a bit. I think the important thing to remember, Lou, is that most of the impact of a government shutdown tend to be temporary and reversible. So what you typically get is a V. The quarter in which the partial shutdown is occurring, growth gets hit, but you make up most of it in the following quarter.
The so-called snapback, as our friend Larry Kudlow was reminding everyone today. And this economy of ours, it still looks so strong to me, Mohamed. I can't imagine an economy, given everything that we've gone through, being this strong. It seems to be driving force with plenty of animal spirits in the markets and a lot of energy in the economy itself. Your thoughts?
Yes, and you saw it again in the last employment report, which is really a comprehensive monthly checkup for the economy. This economy created jobs over 300,000 that month. That's twice as much as what economists expected. Wage growth is going up, and people are coming back into the labor force. So it's positive in all aspects. And why? Because unlike other countries, the U.S. has implemented pro-growth policies, deregulation, tax reform, and that has given us an impetus even so late in the expansion.
And this president deserves immense credit. Do you not agree? What he has done with deregulation from the moment he assumed office. And we can track from the moment he was elected forward to see what impact he's had on these economies, these markets, and it's coast to coast and border to border, as they say. There just doesn't seem to be an exception to the prosperity that's been restored in just a little over 2 years. And he said he'd be president of all the people. And when you look at by race, the demographics, whether it's Asian or African American or Hispanic, whomever, we see record low unemployment.
We do, and like you say, this is interesting because this latest phase of the expansion has brought up the more challenged segments of society. So minorities have done better. Blue collar has done better than white collar. They've both done well, but what you're getting is a more inclusive type of growth. And that's important because look elsewhere. Europe is slowing significantly. China's having difficulty navigating its new reality. So the U.S. is really outpacing others, not just in relative terms, but in absolute terms as well.
Do you find it interesting as we watch the politics, and I love the fact that the British always teach political economy, not economics, but political economy, that we haven't had too many world leaders step up and say President Trump is exactly right in his call for balanced trade, to remove impediments to balanced and reciprocal trade. Irrespective of the experience of 45 years of consecutive trade deficits and national deficits, the U.S. budget has been extraordinary. We've had twin deficits that are just, we put up the chart, Mohamed, every night here. We're headed toward $22 trillion in national debt, and our economy can't keep up at that rate.
Yeah, I suspect you'll find that most leaders outside the U.S. and certainly the business community will say it's good that finally someone is taking on China on three things. One, the forced transfer of technology. A lot of businesses find that in order to do business in China, they've got to give up that technology.
It's called theft. It's called theft. Yeah, I mean, it would be like a robber walking into a bank with a gun, said, I want to force a transfer of currency here. I mean, who thinks like that? But that's the way we all talk.
But theft, Lou, theft comes on top of that. So the safeguards against that. And then the third element is that if you're going to be taking advantage and using the global economy to power your growth forward, you've got to be a responsible stakeholder.
Yep.
And I think that this notion that free trade has to be fair trade has caught on. Yeah. And it wouldn't surprise me if you saw more people support the stance of it's time to get free and fair trade.
An idea whose time has come, and this president has a way of being on the right side of history. Mohamed El-Erian, thank you very much for being with us. I look forward to continuing the conversation. Come back soon, please.
Thank you, Lou.